Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to do another hashtag, and this one is the hashtag 13 tarottube questions that was put out by Atypical Tarot together with Anna Astral Lady Tarot. The information and the questions will be in the info box. And I didn't prepare any notes. I'm going to wing this, so let's see what happens. Question number 1. What are your favorite videos to watch? I guess currently my favorite videos to watch on tarottube are the ones that go deeper into anything tarot, where it's like there's explaining, there is some teaching. I like discussions about certain things, throwing around ideas, and yeah, that kind of stuff, like where it's like some good food for thought. That's what I enjoy watching. Number 2, what are your favorite videos to film? Kind of the same stuff as well. And I really like to do videos with other people and to have a dialogue and to really connect with people, get their opinions, and yeah, really tap into their mind and get to know what kind of experience they had with certain things regarding tarot, their tarot studies, or yeah, how they tarot, why or why don't they do certain things. Yeah, to get personal experiences from others, to connect, because I don't really have any tarot people around me here in real life. And therefore, that's what I love about YouTube, that I can find people who are like-minded in that department and who have the same interest in tarot and studying the occult or studying spiritual things. So yeah, and I love having dialogues at this point. Then I also like what we just did with the tarot brunch at the round table, where we go through all of the cards and really dive a little bit deeper. Of course, you can dive a lot deeper with each and every card. We try to keep it as short as possible, but there's so much, and I just love that, getting to know everything about tarot, if possible. Number 3, what are your least favorite videos to watch? Well, currently, and this might change, like a few years ago, my taste in videos was very different compared to what it is now. And currently, this is now the end of 2022 that I'm filming this. And I don't really care for unboxings too much anymore, flip throughs, unless I really want to purchase a deck and I want to look at the cards before I decide to spend the money. Then I will find a flip through. But I would be more interested in someone like actually giving me their first impressions, talking a little bit about what they see in the cards, how they relate to it, if it lives up to the expectations. Because I had, I can think of one deck right now where I watched it on many different channels and it always looked good on camera. But when I had it in my hands, suddenly it fell short of that. Like the expectation did not live up to reality. And so I'm very careful with that now. But I don't, like, my least favorite videos would be the ones where someone is opening the cards or opening the box and saying, yeah, now I'm going to flip through. And then it's just music. And then I don't hear anything. I don't hear any reaction. I don't hear if the person likes or dislikes anything and why. Like, I want more personal stuff. And so just putting the music underneath. There is one channel that I would go to for those kind of flip throughs. I don't know the name of that channel, but she always has the decks put up and she just flips through them. And I go to that channel for that reason specifically. But for everyone else, if you show a deck, please tell me what you think about it. That's what I want to know. Number 4, what is your favorite part of the tarot community? I said this before, it's the connection, getting to know other people who are interested in tarot and anything spiritual, occult, all of that. and to find out how they work with that, to get other resources like book recommendations, for example, or yeah, doing collaborations, just really having someone else to talk to about tarot. Because even though my family is very open about this kind of stuff and they enjoy getting readings from me, but they don't know anything about tarot, so I can't really talk to them about it. And for me, it's really the connectiveness that comes with this. The next one, number 5. What's your least favorite part of the tarot community? I guess some of the drama. I mean, I enjoy some drama as much as the next person sitting there eating my virtual popcorn. But for the most part, I think, especially since we always talk about like being part of the spiritual community and, you know, we want to put good energy out there and good vibrations and all of that. And yet, this community, just like every other community on YouTube, always finds a way to put other people down. There is judgment that doesn't need to be there. Like, can't we just all be on our own path? And, you know, if someone doesn't like it, don't watch it. You know, if I'm not agreeing with someone, then I don't need to go and do a VR and put someone down and try to sound better than someone else or things like that. Like the whole drama thing is like, really, what are we, 5? So that's something that I don't really enjoy about this, especially if it gets out of hand. If it's then like a he said, she said kind of thing. Why? We're all here for the same reason. We enjoy tarot, so let's just enjoy tarot, you know? And we all have a different path. We all have different experiences in lives that come into this. And so who's to say that a certain point of view is necessarily wrong, you know? So yeah, I don't like the whole judgment part of it. Number 6, what motivated you to start your channel? For me, my channel is more like a personal diary because I'm not very good at journaling on paper, and like I'm good at starting that kind of stuff, but I never really follow through. And so I thought the easiest way to record my journey was with videos. And therefore, the videos that I make for me are also like this whole channel is like a time capsule. Eventually, I can look back on my videos and I can see where I was at a certain point in my life and what I was interested in, what I was working with, and maybe who I was working with at the time. And so, yeah, for me, my channel is like my own personal time capsule for my spiritual studies. It's like a diary, and this is where I put all the things that I'm interested in into this channel. And yeah, that's basically what it is. Like for me, I don't play the numbers game because I don't care about it. At the end of the day, this is really just to connect with some people, and I have found some great connections through this channel, which I'm very grateful for. And yeah, like for me, it's not like how many subscribers do I have or how many people like or dislike the videos. Like I don't care about that kind of stuff. I really just want to put something out there that I'm interested in so that maybe like 5 years in the future, I will look back on this and be like, oh, so that's what I was thinking at that point in time. And that was influenced based on whatever was happening in the world. And for example, during the whole lockdown thing, I did purchase a lot of decks. Like there was a lot of self-soothing through shopping, for example. And that's interesting to look back at what kind of decks did I actually purchase during that time? And did I ever end up working with any of them? So that kind of stuff. That's what I have my channel for personal accountability, reflection, all of that. Number 7, what most inspires you on YouTube? I think something that I find inspirational is watching people who have already studied this a lot longer than I have or more in depth, and to learn from them, and also be encouraged by them through watching them to do the same thing, to also devote some of my time to reading certain books, working with the tarot in a certain way, trying to find out more background knowledge, things like that. And that for me is very inspirational, especially when it comes from a place of like, I'm not going to tell you this is right or wrong. I'm just giving you the info. Do with it what you will. And so that neutrality is what I like. Number 8, the number one thing you would change about the YouTube community. I don't know. I guess it goes back to the whole drama thing. Like, we don't all need to get along. There's always going to be people that we don't like, that we disagree with. Just leave them be and, worry about our own stuff. Because if we always look to other people, what they do and how they do it and why that might be wrong for us in a way, like we don't need to go there. Why can't we just focus on our own stuff and work with our own mind, our ideas, our creativity, whatever? Like, just skip the drama. Number 9, number one advice for other creators or new people starting out a channel. I think one thing that is very important is to be clear on the reason why you want to have a channel. And if anyone wants to play the numbers game, that's totally fine. I would advise to just be open about it, because something that I don't like is when someone says, oh, I don't care about the numbers, but you can definitely see based on the kind of videos that they put out that they definitely do this for the numbers, for the subscribers, because there are certain videos that will get those clicks. And then there's other videos that won't get those clicks. And there's no shame in playing the numbers game. If you want to have lots of subscribers, if you want to turn this into a business, by all means, do that. But don't pretend that you don't want to. And if you only want to have a small community, just be open about that as well. And the people that you vibe with will eventually find you. And yeah, so also don't take things too personally. I think before starting a YouTube channel, something that is really good to keep in mind are the 4 agreements. And one of them says, don't take things too personally, because what other people throw your way is a reflection of themselves, not a reflection of you. So I guess you kind of need a little bit of a thick skin on YouTube. But for the most part, I think you should enjoy it. And the moment that it becomes overwhelming, it's perfectly fine to step away. Number 10, what do you like about YouTube as a whole? Outside of tarot, I use YouTube for all kinds of information, whether it's to catch up on current events, what's going on in the world, news from all over the world. I can watch all kinds of different news outlets and get news from, I don't know, India, Australia, or whatever. So I don't just have to rely on the basic news in my country. And I love the how-to videos. Like, for everything that you can imagine, there's always a tutorial. And I, for example, love like cooking and baking tutorials, or if there's something that I need to fix and I don't really know what to use, and if I can do this with basic household items that I already have, if I need to get something, I would watch those kind of videos. Or if I want to invest in some technology, I would watch reviews from other people and see if they have bought the same thing, how they like it, if they tested it, what they think about it. So that's what I use YouTube for, to get all kinds of information from like all kinds of topics. It's basically my main source of entertainment. I also watch a lot of free movies on here, that like the Hallmark movies, for example. There's a lot of them on YouTube. And so I don't have to worry about entertainment. There's also a lot of free movies with some advertisement. So YouTube is so versatile at this point. I can't even imagine living without it at this point anymore. Number 11, what is a deck or a divination tool you use alone but don't show or use online? I guess I have one. It's under my table. It's called the Psychic Circle. It is something like a Ouija board in a way, but it's I can't really take it out now. So it has like the letters of the alphabet, but it also has the zodiac signs, and it has elements and like other symbols and all kinds of stuff on it. But I don't use that as a spirit board to, do that thing. No, I actually found a way to do some kind of charm casting on that. And that is something that I do for myself. I haven't really done that uh, on YouTube so far. I've posted something about it on my Instagram channel, but I'm still working on like fine-tuning this method. And once I've done that, then I will share that on YouTube. For now, I only use it for myself every once in a while. Number 12, what is a deck you want but won't buy because you don't support the creator or publisher? I don't really have any deck that falls into that category, like precisely the way that this question is asked, but there is one deck that I will never add to my collection, and that's the Osho Zen. Simply, I mean, I know he didn't put out the deck, but it's in his spirit or whatever. And I do not like Osho for the person that he was and the things that he did. And so therefore, I will never have this deck in my collection. I said what I said. Number 13, what has been your most memorable experience being part of tarottube? For me, the most memorable experience would probably, or one of them, would have been when the lockdown started in March of 2020. I did a tarot reading in a completely empty opera house. It was really only me in this big house and the person at the entrance who would give the people the keys to their offices. But yeah, in the entire opera house, it was just me. And I took a deck of cards with me. I did a reading. That video is also on my channel. I actually did that twice, but the second time that I did it, there were maybe like 3 to 5 other people in the building at the same time, and they didn't see me. But yeah, being alone in an empty opera house doing a reading, that was a once in a lifetime experience. That will never happen again. And I never even thought that this was possible to be the only person, because that house is open 7 days a week. And there's always something going on stage. And even if there's not a show playing, there's rehearsals and everything. So there's never a day when this is closed. Not at all. It's always open. I think the only evening where the house is really closed is on the 24th of December, which is Christmas in Germany. And the boss of the opera house wants the people to have a chance to celebrate Christmas with their families. But then on the 25th, it's back to business. And yeah, so reading in an empty opera house, I'd say that was definitely the most memorable experience that I had. Another thing that was quite memorable was like around the time of, I think it was in 2019, maybe. Yeah, I was filming some videos outside in this park that I love to go to when I still had a car. And I was filming a video, and I thought I would be pretty much alone in that park for the most part, but suddenly everyone and their dog decided to take a stroll to that park on that day. And so I constantly had to stop the video, and I was interrupted by people walking by. They looked at me funny, but in the end, I made that video. That was the one where I talked about the the past life reading deck, the art history for past lives deck when I basically unboxed that one. And yeah, that was funny because at some point I was being watched by other people and I didn't notice it right away. So I was just talking to the camera. I was also talking in English, and I think the guys looking at me must have been like, I don't know, teenagers. They seemed pretty young, and I don't even want to know what they were thinking. Like, what's this crazy lady doing there? So yeah, I've had some interesting moments filming videos, but it's fun looking back at those videos. I really enjoy that, and yeah, I hope to have many more memorable videos and moments in the future. So yeah, um, that's all the questions. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I see you in my next video. Bye.